Is that going? Hello and good evening on this Wednesday. Can you hear me, Michael?
I can hear you.
Okay. I just want to make sure. And we're doing something different here tonight for Let's Talk Football.
Yeah.
Let's make sure we. Can you hear me, Michael? Yeah, okay. We're on the Twitch there. I got it on the Surface Tree. So we do have audio. This is Rich Roberts, at Fireman Rich, over there on X. And I have my good friend Michael Bathurst from Toronto. We're doing something you can see. We're using Restream. We're using Restream, and I got to use it. I got to try it once in a while. I can't stay right into the Rumble bit, but we're going to go with the. It's been a while since I used it, but I think we're going to have a good show nonetheless. And we're going to be talking about Let's Talk Football. We're in week 18, the final week of NFL football play for this 2024-25 season. Michael, how are you doing, sir, tonight?
I'm great. I'm just checking on our TikTok audience.
Right, we're on TikTok.
Yeah, we have 4 people already. That's phenomenal. So I'm happy with that. Uh
Yeah,
oh.
that's
Okay. Can you still see me?
yeah. Oh yeah, you're still on. I have you on the Twitch,
Okay.
and let's check you out over on the Rumble here, Rumble side as far as that goes. We check our networks. For the people that are watching, we were going to have Tony D up here. He may not make it, and which is fine. We wish him a happy New Year.
Yes.
And let me see, how am I going to get to this on the Rumble side? Let's see. Um,
I have slides too later
Oh
if you'd
yeah,
like.
oh yeah. You're going to have the majority of the time here tonight, Michael, because I've just got a few things. I've got the overall win and loss for
Oh,
last
I
week.
love that. Hit it.
Yeah, we'll get into that, and we just want to check the networks. We do have sound. I'm on 3 networks because I'm on the free version of Restream. Restream, for
Yes.
those people that are watching, Restream's a good platform to be on. I used it before. I used it right after I was on Twitch. Came on here. You can free version. You get three. Go to 3 different platforms. I'm going to Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. Michael,
You're crystal clear right now.
I might, yes, it is
Yeah.
a great program. So I don't use it a lot because I am a Rumble guy. I like being over in Rumble. I've been
You
over there.
like to rumble?
I like to Rumble.
Yeah. He
But
doesn't mean that.
but
He
that's
doesn't. He doesn't mean that.
but it's
He,
here
he,
on. I got to be careful what I say about TikTok on TikTok. There, okay, yeah, I just remembered that. But uh, me and Michael, we've known each other for a number of years from the good old Haps days. So we like to live stream. We like to present things. We like to talk about football
you
and,
like technology?
and technology as well.
Yes.
And we bounce it off of each other, and I do appreciate that, Michael. And how's your New Year's going today?
My wife's not feeling well, so I've been kind of keeping
Yeah,
an eye on her. She got the flu or something. You said
yeah.
it's going around, so
Yeah, the bugs going around, and it's we've got a little bit of wind, and we got a wind advisory. We've already had some the north part of the county, some wires come down that took down a limb, and so it's one of those things where, and I guess up there in the Buffalo area, that's my daughter's. She's up there. She says they're not really getting that much snow, which baffles me because the weather map shows that it looks like it's dumping off of the lake up that way, but. It's wintertime though, but we're here to talk about the last week of football. Um, this past week, week 17, I wasn't really that engaged in it. I guess of all the weeks so far, this last week I will be because there's a lot of good matchups, divisional wise, that are pretty interesting, and one uh, that's usually the case not necessarily the last game, but usually during the season, is that Miami Jet game, because my kid brother, who was an avid Miami Dolphin fan, and he went to a couple games down there in Miami to watch them play the Jets, and so that's one of those nostalgic rivalry games and stuff. So there's going to be a couple of those. Pittsburgh and Cincinnati is another game, and such. But last week, week 16 or week 17, I'm going to go ahead and go with the chart right off of the gate here.
Sure.
And we have this thing where Michael, along with myself, Tony D, a viewer, Tina, and we have Brian from Houston, and an analyst. We take the analyst from CBS News, Pete Prescott's picks, and we all.
He's crazy. I love him.
Yes, I know.
Hi, Gordon.
He's you figure he's the expert, but you're doing better than the expert, Michael, and we'll be showing that here. Let me bring this slide up as far as it goes. The present icon's the same, and okay, where's my? Let me make sure I have this on the right. Okay, I'm not seeing. Okay, let me see something. I think I got to bring this up first to be able to.
Now, are you working with just Restream and no OBS?
No, I have OBS.
Okay,
I have OBS Virtual Cam, and the camera that I have attached to the Restream is Prism Lens.
Okay.
So I'm using two features to bring. Is that
maybe in the future we'll try just straight up Restream and do all the featuring from there? Try that one time, because it'd be a lot less complicated for you.
Well, the thing is that I can't do this, Michael. I can't say like I'm in the stadium and stuff like that. That's why I have that.
Well, yeah, you could do that through Restream by putting. I can show you. I can show you how to do it, and you can do it for hundreds if you want.
Yeah, I just have to relearn the learning curve.
I could spend one day with you.
If I have to play, I remember you could do that. I just have to play around with it. It's been a while and stuff.
It's like when I go to Rumble, I go, "What the hell's this?"
Yeah. And
it's whatever you're used to, right?
And I don't know if you remember Manicam. You ever use Manicam? It's Restream is similar to Manicam, but it's
it sounds like Nanny Cam.
Manicam. Okay, let me see if I can bring this slide up now. There it is. Okay, it just showed. I just had to.
Thank you to the new follower.
And let's see. Oh, wait a minute. Oh shoot, I lost it. What happened? No, that's just a joke. I didn't fill the slide out. I got the numbers. I just filled that out. I just want to. No, that's just the numbers. Let me bring it up here. I just got a slide. This is what I call the whiteboard. As far as I've got all my notes here. Those are all the games. But this is let's go to last week here. Week 17. There's the win-loss. Michael, he had a perfect score. That is a first.
That's a first.
16-0. Tony D came in second with 14-2, which isn't too shabby. That was more or less the high mark as far as win-loss.
14 is excellent. 12 is good.
Oh no, I'm sorry. That's Ted. Ted Hicks had 14.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And then Tony came in second with 12-2, which is still for the last 17 weeks. It's either been 12-2, 14-2 to win it. But you ran the table there. I dropped down to 4.
Has anyone ever had a perfect week?
I've only been doing this last year and this year, and this is the first time, Michael.
Oh wow! I had a feeling. I looked at it and went.
We Tony.
Remember, I talked to you, but I said I think I got every one.
Yeah. This morning.
Baby Cakes, thank you for being here.
Tony came close this season with a 15-1, I believe.
Yes.
I'll have to go back, and then CBS you can see 11-5, a lot better than Brian was 8-5, and Tina was 6-10. So the grand total after week 17 for 256 games, this is how they match up. Michael zips to the top with 172 wins and 84 losses. And Tony, Michael, you picked up 3 wins to box you up because you were one get. What is it? 2 wins?
No, I was 3 behind.
Oh, were you 3? Yeah, well, the week before, I think you were 1 behind, but last week was your bad week.
I had a horrible week.
Yeah.
I almost want to recount that and see if there was a mistake.
No, I always count my things 3 and 4 times. So
okay.
And Ted was 4th, and he's going up the ladder. But I think with 1 week left to go, the first and second spot.
CBS is 5.
Yep, they're 5th. yeah. They're fifth, and then Brian is right behind them, and Tina. Captain Rehab, I just put him as missing in action. He went like the first 4 or 5 weeks, and
He
then
was impressive though when he was doing it.
yes,
He was good every week. He had great
he was.
insights.
And this doesn't look too bad. This looks pretty good on the restream here. I like.
I told you,
Yeah, I just
it's
got.
a good life.
Yeah, it's just the buttons here. I got to get acclimated to the buttons again. And
It's like for years we've been pushing each other's buttons.
we're literally doing it now for real.
Yeah.
So those are the our win losses for week 17, and as far as that goes, so congratulations, Michael. A good show. As far as I'm doing the numbers, wait a minute. He won. Holy crap! He won all the games.
I said to you today when I talked to you, I said I think I won every one.
Yeah. I said, well, we'll see. I'm thinking when I sat down to do the numbers here this afternoon, I'm thinking, you know what? He wouldn't have said that if he knows, because you're square on as far as saying the straight scoop, I guess is what I say. So congratulations, sir. And as far as that goes, so any impressions of this last week? My overall impression, it was a flat. I said this on Tony D's broadcast there, Bell Kings Fantasy Football. That's on Sundays at 10:30 on all these fine social media live stream platforms. But I just couldn't get into this week for some reason. I don't know if it was the holidays or Christmas and New Year's and such. But what was your take on this past weekend?
Well, is there any way we can have the games up? Can you show that, or I may have to look at it myself?
Hang on. Yeah, let me. You're talking about the scores?
Yes.
Okay.
Please.
Let me bring up the scores. I got. I have ESPN. No, let's. You know what? I like Fox better for the scores.
Do you?
Yeah. Let me get Fox Sports up here real quick.
Okay.
Fox Sports. I should have had that up here before. Usually I have it in my notes, but
it's okay. We're doing great.
Yeah. We just
we're doing great. We're on multiple platforms, doing our best.
Okay, let's bring this up as far as, so we'll talk about last week's. Let me make sure this is week. Yeah, no, week 17. Week 17, and let me bring this up real quick. Present. There we go. And there we have it. As far as our games, we had last week, Christmas Day, we had the Chiefs beating the Steelers. I think that was Steelers. I don't know. They did show up, I guess, on that game.
Totally disagree with that.
Oh, you think the Steelers showed up?
I think they showed up. I think what's happening now is they have more weapons. They have Hollywood Brown.
Okay.
Right? Who is a speedster. So what's happened from what I've gathered is when you have speedsters, they have to basically be aware of the whole field.
Okay.
They then can't double count on Kelsey's, and now Kelsey's in the middle and he's getting production because there's all these targets.
Well, I think Kelsey also he's trying not to make. He's going to have two people on him, so he's being a decoy where they are going to their other targets there for Mahomes is throwing to.
Yeah, and Pacheco is playing okay, but they have now where kind of like Buffalo is doing, everybody eats.
Right.
Everybody does a bet, and they're getting really good at working with what they have. And I'm telling you, when I watched them this week, I was like, they're going to win. They got it.
Oh, the Chiefs then, you were saying.
Yeah, if they stay healthy.
Right.
And they've got this bye, they're not going to have anybody playing.
So the first and fourth quarter, they got 13 points right there. They won it. Well, actually, they won it in the first quarter because the second and third quarters when Pittsburgh scored with a touchdown and a field goal, and that was it for them for scoring as far as that goes. And Pittsburgh, I don't know. They're going to the playoffs. They're one of the going to the playoffs. I'm not sure. I don't know the matching. I don't know who they're going to go against. But Pittsburgh, they may get by the first round. I know the Chiefs definitely will. It's a whole different ball game and stuff like that. Now, the second game there for last week, Ravens and Texans. Ravens looked strong. They look scary, and that's a word I'm using once again. From I didn't use in the middle of the season, but the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, when he can run over 80 yards just by himself to get a touchdown, that's impressive.
I think what's happened too, which is really weird, is he no longer has to be everything.
Oh, exactly. Okay.
When they have as many weapons, and even the tight ends are doing well,
Right.
right? So we've got, of course, a running game finally, which they didn't have last year. They had sort of had a. I think if they can tighten up their defense like they have this year late, they have a shot. But
Right.
the best team, player by player, if you look at it, is Fly Eagles Fly. They have such a deep
Philadelphia.
roster. It's really crazy this year how many teams are not in it. Like I really thought the Steelers had a chance. I see them now and I'm like, no. I you would have
What
assumed
do you mean
that's
by, what do you mean by chance? Making it all the way to the Super Bowl, or
making it to the Super Bowl.
okay, yeah, yeah. I don't think they're not gonna. Chiefs definitely. Ravens, definitely possibly. Let's see, the Thursday night game last week, and this week we don't have a Thursday night game. We have two games on Saturday,
Yeah.
4:30 and 8 o'clock, and then we go into Sunday. But last Thursday night game, Seahawks winning barely against Bears. Seahawks are in the playoffs. That's another team I think it goes along with what you're saying.
It's going to take a miracle for them to do okay.
Right.
Um, they, I was so wrong at the beginning of the year, and I just want to address this that the Chargers, I said horrible things about them.
Yeah.
They had the best defense this year.
Well,
They gave up the least amount of points. I would have never guessed that in a million years.
right.
No way.
And they won last week against the Patriots, which isn't. I'm not surprised with the score, 40-7. So, and I would have never thought. And they're another team. I think they're still on the fence, though. I'm not sure if they're definitely in the playoffs. I don't know. You can correct me if I'm wrong. I'm not sure. Let me check ESPN here.
I have a question for you, just
That's
intuitively.
yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, you know who Mike Evans is. He's 87 yards, I think, away from getting a 1,000 yard season, even though he was hurt for 4 games. And they're
Right.
playing the Saints. And the
Okay.
Saints are pretty easy to score on. They may be the worst team in the league now.
You think?
Yeah. What do
Okay.
you think? What do you think? I'm
Oh, I don't know. I think the worst team are the Giants and Jets right now, being from New York, as far as that goes. Um, so I don't know. New Orleans, they came at the beginning of the season, they were pretty decent, and then they had the injuries take effect on them and stuff. So as far as that goes, and I'm just trying to bring up something here on ESPN, the um, NFL and standings. Because let's see, the Chargers. What's that?
Could you hear any of that? What was going on? I had like 19 things pop up at the same time.
No,
So you did.
I hear a little bit in the background and stuff like that. But the
Okay, sorry about that.
no, you're okay. Chargers. Let's see. What's a Y? Y indicates. Oh, they clinched the wild card. So the Chargers are in as a wild card at this time, as far as that goes. So they're in as a wild card, and but the rest of the scores here, going over them. Let's see. We have the
tell
Raiders.
me, tell me when we can do the slides too.
Okay, yeah, I'll just go over the scores here for last week.
Yeah. No, I'm in no hurry.
Like you said, Raiders. That's another team that you didn't think was going to be that good, but they beat the Saints, which I guess that validates what you're saying. The Saints aren't really a good team this year because the Raiders aren't all that fantastic either. But they beat the Saints 25-10. But the Raiders, I think they're a good team. They're a team to watch. Both those teams aren't in
They
the
need a
playoffs.
quarterback, buddy.
Yes, definitely. And then you got
That's all they need. They need a quarterback.
and
If
then
they had Patrick Mahomes, it would be a different world. Seriously,
Oh,
or
yeah,
Josh Allen
right.
or Lamar Jackson. People were saying that the other day that
Or an Aaron
the Ravens
Rodgers.
aren't a great team.
You
Put
don't think
put
they're a great team?
no. You see, here's and I love this argument. They went. So you're telling me the Ravens, if you put Josh Allen on there, they wouldn't be a great team? And the
Oh,
guy
no.
went.
Oh, no, I see where you're going. No,
And
no.
they said, so if you took Lamar Jackson, you put him on on Buffalo, you telling me they wouldn't be a great team?
It
And they
depends.
started fighting, going,
I think a lot has to do because we talk about Donald going. We talked about it, you and me, as far as going to another team where,
Sam Darnold.
yeah, Sam
Said,
Donald. Oh,
yeah.
to San Francisco, where I think he's
You
perfect.
say Darnold, and I think Trump.
Yeah, I'd say, but he's with them as Minnesota, and he's just, Minnesota. They're going into the playoffs with the record that they have. They clinched a wild card. But that's enough to win the division in other
Right.
divisions and stuff like that. So they're going to be a powerhouse. But yeah, if you got some top tier quarterbacks, I think they can go on other teams. But unlike the quarterback we're always talking about, and I have an issue with Aaron Rodgers, I think his time has come to
An
where,
issue?
well, as far as him, being productive for the team, he can still play, but I don't think he's doing he can't do any more than what he's capable of doing. I think because he's restricted by his age. He can still throw the football, but he's not throwing it like when he was back with Green Bay. And that's what we're seeing with the Lamar Jacksons, the Sam Donaldsons, Josh.
I've never seen breakaway speed that Lamar has
Oh
in a
no, no,
quarterback
no, no,
ever.
no, no,
He
nobody.
makes them look like he's playing a house league
Yeah,
team.
yeah, yeah. Nothing close like that. He that run he made this past weekend was phenomenal as far as that goes. So finishing up the scores, real quick. Like I said, it's
We got lots of time. Just take your time, do what
yeah,
you
yeah,
usually do,
yeah. Well, I just
and as you talk about each game, it
yeah,
just triggers stuff in me.
right. And then we talk about Fly Eagles Fly. There's the parent, 41-7 over the Cowboys. Cowboys, their season's done. As far as it goes, Eagles just romped on them, and that's a
What? So how many yards did they get and stuff? Do you have that?
yards. Let's see. Do they show this on?
41-7.
Yeah,
Oh my
41-7
God!
for the final
You
scores.
know I didn't watch that game.
I didn't watch it either. It wasn't on the TV and stuff like that. But the overall, let me get the stats on that game for Philly
What
here.
do you think? What do you think happened to the Cowboys this year?
I don't know. All the pieces.
Oh my! It's Richie Rich and the Canadian Wiseman.
Who's that?
We got Captain Rehab, I think, here.
Oh, Captain Rehab. He shows up. You're missing in action. I'm not too happy with you, man. You left us in the dark.
We miss you,
You
buddy.
know, you've been banned from any type of picks this year.
He should come up.
If he can, if he dares.
Listen, just
Um,
don't no shower stuff. Just you.
Cooper Rush for the Cowboys on that game. He had 2 interceptions,
Yeah.
but he had 15 for 28, 147 yards. Now Kenny Pickett for he filled in for the Hurts, I guess, injured.
Yeah.
He went 10 for 15, 143 yards, one TD. Shaquan Barkley, he had 167 yards for 31 carries.
Wow.
So he is the monster and stuff like that. Tanny McKean is him. Okay, I like Michael Bathurst's haircut. Did you get a haircut, Mike?
I've lost my hair. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's I'm
Yeah.
losing a little
Yeah.
bit when I
Yeah.
get a
I
haircut.
have about half the volume I had when I was at Habs.
So Philly, there been reported that they're going to probably, I guess they're in a meeting. Me and Michael talked about that on his broadcast this morning. That there's a team meeting for Philly, to where they possibly may sit. And I think you
They
said,
are a
yeah,
lot of them,
okay, yeah, you said I wasn't sure. I thought it was,
which I think is horrible because
yeah,
Saquon Barkley, they should let him play, even if they let him play the first quarter. I don't know what he needs
yeah,
exactly
yeah.
to do it, but that may never come again.
Well, yeah, exactly, and it will
Did you
be
know there's only ever been 9 running backs in the history of the league that have done 2,000 yards?
right.
9.
Right.
That's it.
And who was the last one? Probably
That's a good question.
what's his name from the Lions there that retired early?
I think it was Derrick Henry
Oh,
that did
Henry.
do.
Okay, yeah, okay, yeah. He did have a two. Yep, yep. Now that you say that, yes. Let me see. I gotta find. Trying to find myself on Rumble. Believe it or not, I can't. I think I have it to my secondary channel. Let me plug this in real quick. Uh, and Rich. Let's see what that says. I'm just bringing it up on my phone here real quick and stuff.
Sure.
No, it's not on that channel. Oh, there we are. Okay, we're on my secondary channel. Okay, we're good. Okay. So the rest of the games, Colts losing to the Giants. That was a surprise right there. I don't know what happened there. The
The
Giants,
the Giants showed up.
yeah, I guess they did. 45-33.
Yeah, and Lockett is the quarterback, and he was pretty good.
Right,
Yeah. So the Colts, though, and Falco is probably not his best
right,
because he hasn't been playing,
right.
and he's a year older.
And Falco, he had 26 throws completed for 38, 330 yards, two touchdowns, two interceptions. Lockett had,
That's his problem right there.
but get this, Lockett for 17 completions
Hmm.
out of 23. He had 309 yards,
Yes.
four TDs. So it was like, holy
Yeah.
criminy.
He did great.
And the running backs, Taylor, he had 25 yards compared to Tyron Tracy Jr. had 59. So
He's a good player.
yeah, yeah.
He's a rookie. I don't know if you know that.
Oh no, no, I haven't really been following the Giants as far as this year.
He is one of the better rookies, and I think they'll do well with him.
Yeah,
He's not Saquon Barkley, but they,
exactly. Yeah, and then we
yeah,
had Jets and Bills. Of course, the Bills they could have kept the Jets from. I think they felt sorry. I watched. This is the one game I did watch the whole thing, and they were playing.
Jacob B asks, "Are you a Vikings fan?" I am. Sure, why not? Are you a Vikings fan, Fireman Rich?
Yeah, I like the Vikings. Viking. I was born in Minnesota, so if I was born in Minnesota, my older brother, he was a diehard Minnesota Viking fan when we were growing up. Now
Yeah,
he's a diehard San Francisco fan. He loved Montana. He thought he was the greatest quarterback. Yeah, I do like the Minnesota Vikings. I think they're overdue. They could possibly. I think they have a chance of making it to the Super Bowl. I think they have the tools as far as to get over as far as that goes. Richie's favorite quarterback of all time, Nathan Peterman. Okay, if you say so, Captain Rehab. Let's see. Continuing on with the to finish up.
keep going. You're doing great.
Yeah, the Jaguars, Titans. I don't think that was these two teams. They're just playing out the season. 20-13. Buccaneers,
But
48.
that was one of the games that I predicted. That was an odd one.
I
Like,
think
and
yeah,
I had a
I think everybody took the Titans and you took the Jags
yeah,
in that game. Yes,
yeah.
that was a key game for you to do the 16-0.
He says Tyrone Tracy is a bum. He's not a bum. He's pushing buttons.
Yeah,
He's not a
that's
bum.
Captain Ray. Ignore me trying to derail you. That okay? Yeah, we know how it is. And Jacob says, "I say Lions win, the Vikings. I'm a Packer fan." Oh, okay. That's a good division, though, Jacob. That's a very good division as far as that goes. Um, let's see the Buccaneers. That's your team, Michael, with their quarterback there. 48.
Baker Mayfield.
Baker Mayfield, 48
Yeah.
points. Any team that puts up 48 points,
They are not a great defensive team though, buddy.
they're not okay,
They're kind of like the Lions right now.
right?
We have somebody in here who loves Lions. The Lions, I'm so sorry, Jacob B, but they are on a shoestring budget when it comes to defense. They're going to have to win through an all-star performance from all the. Now, I'm not saying the offense isn't amazing,
Well,
but they
Baker Mayfield, he did get 359 yards. That's nothing to sneeze at, and he had 5 touchdowns in that game.
what did Mike Evans get?
Mike Evans, he is the he got
He's a wide receiver.
yep,
Yeah.
8 receptions for 97 yards, 2 TDs.
Okay, so he
Uh,
was. Yeah, that's why he still needs 87. He needs
okay.
87 to get 1,000, and that'll be 11 years straight.
And
That
I think he can get. Well, let's see
oh,
who.
with the Saints, he should be able to.
Yeah, we're playing against the Saints, and like you said, the
Yeah.
Saints are a little weak and stuff like that. So, Dolphins beating the Browns 20 to.
Next week, are you open? I just want to bring something to. I want to do a show where we're going to talk about just the incentives. So all these players, if they get a certain amount of
Oh, okay.
touchdowns or
Okay.
certain, some of them it can be like 500,000, 4 million. Baker Mayfield is in the midst of making about another 3 or 4 million if he hits his incentives.
Well,
Isn't that correct?
I think he's more than worth it because he's been productive this year, as far as
But that's what they're doing now, fireman. Is
yeah,
they're paying you for production,
right.
not hoping, because they're overpaying for quarterbacks. Period.
Well, you've always said that, yeah, and they are probably a few million more than what they should. Yes, I think so. Let's see, finishing it out.
Not Baker Mayfield though. He is one of the most underpaid.
Yeah, but we're talking about it early about Purdy there. He's taking a pay cut.
He's rumored.
Rumored to take a pay cut.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, but other people are saying they don't want to take a risk on him. So what they might do is offer him 50 for 1 year and see how he does. And then at least they have options. They don't want to. They don't want to pay him 45 for 3 years and find out they don't really want him.
And because this Jacob mentioned my favorite kicker in the NFL, Jake Bates. I love Jake Bates. Jacob, he's a great. I watched him in the UFL.
Yeah, you've talked about him all year.
He's consistent. I like him. And,
yeah.
I could see this playing out in that game. Definitely.
We're still going through the games? We got more?
Yeah. Let me. How do I get rid of the comment? Okay, I got to hide it. Okay.
You're learning.
I'm learning. I can
See.
That's different.
You got to admit the quality is pretty damn good.
Oh yeah. I never said anything against it. It's a premier platform.
It was awful at the beginning.
Well, yeah.
Restream at the beginning 3-4 years ago was horrible.
You were real. I remember you being resistant coming on because you stated that
it was terrible.
Me and Tony were on it, and we were really talking it up.
Oh, they've come. And in the last, honest to God, the last month, the stuff they've done by getting Rumble,
right,
and getting TikTok has been mind blowing to me.
Right, and just some of the things that just recently are adding, being able to stream to TikTok from Rumble, and the one drawback for Rumble is your guests can't stream to their platforms like you can do here on Restream.
Oh, we got Sweet Pea here. Say hi to Sweet Pea.
Where? Oh, she
TikTok.
TikTok. Okay, how you doing, Sweet Pea? Nice seeing you or hearing about you. There's Tony. Read your comments. Lots of laugh. We are reading them, Tony.
Thank you so much for the 79 likes, which is probably Tony. He's talking to me.
And I'm seeing up on my upper left-hand corner, I got 58 eyes. Now, where are those eyes coming from? They don't say where.
Probably X. You can look at it if you look on your screen.
I'm not broadcasting to X.
No, I am though.
Oh, does that flow over?
Okay, yeah. Of course it will.
Okay.
Tony D is saying, "Sweet Pea, hey."
Oh, he's on the TikTok. Okay, so
he's on the TikTok.
People that watch and we're on TikTok, and Michael is monitoring the comments on TikTok and stuff. I'm not a TikTok user, even though I have a private account.
He's becoming a superstar on there because today we had great traction on the video that we did together, and there were probably multiple older women saying, "My God, I wish I knew a fireman."
Finishing the games, we had Dolphins going beating the Browns. They're 8-8. They're eliminated, you could say, but they're still mathematically they can be in it if other teams screw up. I guess they're on the fence. Vikings beat the Packers 27-25. That was a big win. That's a big win for the Vikings because that's a divisional. Falcons got beat by the Commanders. That's a team to watch next year. That's a team to watch. And then this game, the Monday night game, 49ers and Lions, I watched a little bit of the first half, and the 49ers, they were playing out their butts. And I thought they were kicking the Lions' butt. And I thought they were going to win, but
It looked good for a while.
well, I didn't watch it fully. It was still the next morning. That's when the final
You
score.
know that was a big revenge game because last year
Oh, that's okay.
in the playoffs they beat them out and the Lions didn't make it, and
Right,
who did? San Fran.
right, right,
Are
right,
you
right.
ready for the?
Okay, Michael. Yeah. Well, why don't we go ahead and do your slides? Do I have? Let's see.
I'll help you through it.
Okay,
I'll help you through. Well, we can do this. We got this.
okay. Because you should have. I didn't do anything, but do you automatically have presentation? Okay. What is it? Share. So I have to show on stream. I just hit show on
Yeah,
stream. Oh,
yeah.
okay. Okay, that's simple. Okay, there we go. Okay, go ahead, Michael. The show is yours.
Okay, I just got to get back to my screen here. One
Okay.
second. I think.
But can I tag that to where I don't have to hit that? You're on. I have to make you a co-host, I guess, in a manner of speaking, for you to. Oh, who do we have this? Who's this?
Do you know what's funny? I'm having a hell of a time getting back to my screen here. One sec here.
Oh, I thought that was a person. That's your presentation over here on the right. Okay, I'm seeing. Okay.
Okay, monitor. Okay, I got I got multiple monitors here. One second here. Just give me a second. Just went wacky on me here.
We're
I'm
showing
glad we're still together here.
we're showing number 22 for the Ravens.
Yeah. Well, you know who that's Derrick Henry.
Henry.
Yeah. I just give me one second here. I got to be able to see the screen. Okay. Now we're good. Okay, and you've got it up. Okay, now we're rocking. And here we go. And it should switch on your side in a second here. Hmm. I don't know why it's not switching. Just one second here. That's
Yeah.
odd.
You have to show it up on your screen first and then go to present because sometimes.
No, it should be able to just keep clicking, but it's not for some reason here.
Okay, I'm still seeing. Okay, there it goes. We're going
I'm,
back.
I'm gonna go back and just have a look here. I think I had too many windows open.
Okay.
All right, so I want entire screen. I want this share.
Okay, and then I hit show on screen. Okay,
Yeah.
there we go.
Okay. So if you look here, and this is Jaden Daniels. These are the 5 rookie passing yards. Okay.
Okay.
The one guy I didn't even know was a rookie,
Oh,
Spencer Radler. Did you
oh,
know that?
no, no.
I
Well,
didn't even.
uh,
Bo Nix has had 3,454 yards. That's pretty damn close to Jaden Daniels. I
well,
that
Daniel.
shocks.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I was just going to say right now Daniels is in the lead for rookie MVP. Then.
Here's the other thing that's really sad is Caleb really wasn't that bad. It's just they had no defense.
Right. Right.
So I'm just curious to see if it's going to do what I think it does. Okay, now we're rocking.
Okay.
Okay. I
Yeah.
don't know what I got lost in limbo. I
No
think
problem.
I had too many windows open.
Okay, Mike Evans needs 85 yards. This is for Tampa Bay,
Yes.
and I think he can get 85 yards.
Against the Saints he should.
Yeah.
And that'll mean 11 years in a row he's had a 1,000
Captain
yards.
Rehab, read my well, Spencer. Who's Spencer? Is that an actual legitimate? I don't know that name. So, is whatever as far as that goes. So, I read it partially. I'm not going to read everything you put up there, Captain Rehab. I know you too well, my friend.
So
Go
this is the
ahead.
game we were talking about, 48-14.
Yeah, yeah, that's monstrous.
Unbelievable. Now, is that because they didn't want the game or were they dominated?
Uh,
Like
I think
who
a game
who
like this, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were probably uh, testing the waters on what they can possibly use during the
is
playoffs.
that not the coolest pitcher ever?
Yeah, that's a good pitcher.
Three
I like the 5 touchdowns. Any quarterback makes 5 touchdowns.
yeah.
But
I
then
like
again, Josh Allen made 6 touchdowns in 3 running and 3 passing in one game. So
he's pretty cool.
yeah, they're all cool.
He's pretty cool. As cool goes, he's pretty cool. I have to admit. All right, we're gonna go to the next one. Check
And
this out here.
Fantasy football. Okay, this goes to Bell Kings fantasy football. This is a good slide to bring up. Brian Thomas Jr. in fantasy football points.
32.5 points.
Wow. That's week
20.
15.
Yeah.
What team was that against? Who was week 15?
Yeah, I don't know who it was against, but we have been talking about this forever.
Yeah, this is where you have a team that's not really that great, but you've got a diamond in the rough as a player that's really
Do you know who
performing
has
well.
talked about this person a lot?
Who's that?
Tony D.
Oh, okay, that's right. Yeah, Brian Thomas. Yeah.
We've been asked in multiple questions about him if they should keep him. So it goes to, if you're in fantasy football, you need to know the players that produce,
Right.
no matter what team they're on.
Right.
That's insane though. Look at that, 32, 28, 23.
Monstrous. Those are monstrous numbers right there.
You know that because you study that stuff.
Yep. Yep. That's.
Can you read that from where you are?
Let's see.
I'm trying to make it bigger there for you.
Matt McMullen against Cleveland, Houston, and Pittsburgh in 11 days. The Chiefs allowed 1 sack and committed 0 turnovers. So that's good for. But see, the thing about Kansas City, the last several games has been 1-score wins, and that has to be a little bit of a concern, I think.
They did great though against the Steelers.
Yeah.
And the Steelers usually are pretty stingy.
Yes, they are. They are stingy. Yes.
So it just shows that what I saw was they have so many more weapons than they did last year. I was convinced that the Ravens were going to win.
Right.
I was 1000%. And when they fell flat in that game and lost, I was like, I thought they had it. I thought they were. I did not think for 1 minute that San Fran was going to make it.
Right. Right.
And when, honestly, Lamar just fell flat. He won't this year because he's got Derrick Henry. As long as Derrick Henry.
Well, they said that's the missing piece there. They needed a running back to to keep Lamar from running all the time. So, as far as that goes, and what do you got here? Oh, we got a cartoon.
Yes. So the person begging.
Joe Burrows.
Very good. Yes. You could not live with your own failure.
So is Mahomes Darth Vader?
Back to me.
Back to me.
Please help me get into the playoffs. Because they're still mathematically in it.
Who's that? Cincinnati. Let me see.
They're still mathematically in it.
Yep, they're 8-8. They haven't been. They're along with the Miami Dolphins, 8-8, and they're actually them and the Miami Dolphins are the only 2 teams in the AFC that still have a shot at it. But they're both 8-8. But if all the teams that are in the playoffs already, if they win their games, I don't know what the lineup is with that. So
Tony, can you come up for a couple minutes just to fill in the last 10 minutes? Because I want to ask you some questions. If you can, he may be busy.
Well, he has a link. He can come up and as far as that goes. Let's see.
Now
hey,
look at
Big Juice. Hey, the football guys are live on CBS. No, we're not. Only in our dreams are we on CBS.
Yes.
Big Juice. Good to have you, Big Juice. Baker Mayfield 4-0 versus Carolina since Panthers. But that's Carolina. I don't know. That type of stat doesn't
No, but they canned him.
Yeah.
They canned him. And they canned Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
That's how nuts they are.
Yeah.
So they got rid of Sam Darnold. They got rid of him.
Okay,
Tony's
driving. He's somewhere.
And Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah.
They got rid of him as well.
Well, it's just like the Jets. You look at the Jets, the quarterbacks that they have a revolving door and stuff like that, and it's highlighted. Okay, current NFL playoff pitchers. You have first bye round. You have the top seed in the NFC, the Detroit Lions, and
the Vikings. There, see,
Vikings are
LA made it. They won their division. Isn't that amazing?
Now that's who they're going. Okay, Vikings are going to go against Tampa Bay in the playoffs.
None of this is etched.
Okay, that's just the positions where they're at. Okay.
Yeah, this is to give us an idea of
The
where things
standings.
are.
Okay, the
Yeah.
standings on.
Green Bay has kind of slipped a bit.
Yeah, yeah, they can be knocked out. And let's see, in the NFC, the teams that are not eliminated, Atlanta
Can you
Falcons.
believe, though, the Lions being beat up as bad as they have been got themselves a bye? That's
Yeah,
phenomenal.
they
The
ended
first
up
seed.
getting. Rich, I don't see the Giants in there. Oh, no, the Giants. No, I'm not going to see the Giants. They're Captain Rehab.
See,
Uh,
you got you. You got you.
Mathematically, the Atlanta Falcons are still in it with 8-8. That's if I don't know who they're, and then that's the only team they don't have a letter next to their for the play.
Can you believe the Rams won their division?
And they were last.
Right.
They were last at the halfway point, and they just turned it on. Seattle. It looked like it was going to be between Seattle and Arizona, so they were able to turn it on these last several games at the end of the
When
season.
Puka Nakua came back healthy,
Oh God, he's phenomenal.
do you know who's been a little bit flat though?
Who's that?
Cooper Cup. Cooper Cup is not playing as well.
He's had some clutch catches though. He's had some key
Yeah.
clutch catches.
They've had some great
And
young
Kittle has
they,
been pretty decent too, as far as
yeah.
I'm saying.
They have great young defensive linemen. They're all very young and they're
No,
paying them
Kittle's San
nothing.
Francisco. I'm sorry, San Francisco. I'm talking. Yeah,
I know you are. I know.
Yeah,
I just pretend I don't hear you on this.
Okay, who we got? Baker and Donald.
Yes.
Well, Baker.
So we just talked about this, how they were on the
They
same
both
team.
went through Carolina.
Yes.
I didn't know that. Oh my God!
Yeah.
I don't see where you're going with this.
Okay.
Wow, first pair.
I lead you down a path.
Yeah, but the thing is, I think the difference is when they were on Carolina, the teams that they're on now, they have better caliber players to play with.
I think coaching is everything, buddy. Coaching.
I think they got some good coaching in Carolina. It just said they have one or two players. And
Baker Mayfield has really grown up.
Yeah,
And Sam Darnold has come into his own this year. And it's 90% coaching for him, honestly.
I think let's see, Big Juice is still there. I've heard Glick from Unnecessary Roughness on the Nonsensical Network there has said that they wish Baker Mayfield was still with Cleveland.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
And, that's another team that
he got hurt and they expected too much of him. He hurt his shoulder and he kept playing. He tried to be a hero and he shouldn't have been playing.
Right.
And he probably did irreparable damage to himself for a couple of years, but that was the ego too in him.
Well, yeah, he was a little he simmered down.
5 TDs, 34.6 points.
Right.
You were just saying this.
Yep.
Do you get that I might be a bit of a fan?
Oh yeah, you the whole year. That's your boy right there.
Yeah. So this just goes to show you, and I like to look at these because it gives you an idea of the depth of some of these teams. Like the Falcons have Drake London, who is really good. Darnell Mooney has been phenomenal this year.
Right.
The only thing they didn't have up until recently is they didn't have a quarterback. They got Michael Penix Jr. And unfortunately, they brought him in too late.
Right.
Bijan Robinson is a world-class running back. So if you look at this team, they should have easily won this year. Cousins was hurt. He may come back and be okay again, but he is not himself. We've been talking about Zach all year.
He's going to be on a different team next year, as far as that goes, I think.
Yes. Yeah, and Kyle Pitts has been phenomenal as well.
Yeah. Well, I think the difference is you have all these players, but there's always that variable. What's the other team have?
Well, if you look here, they're only listing 4 players here.
Yeah.
For the Commanders, the biggest difference for them is Jaden Daniels, right?
Yeah, that's huge right there.
Yeah, Brian Robinson Jr. I don't think the average person would even know who that is, or Terry
None of those guys.
McLaren.
Yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And this has been brought to you by Matthew Berry's Top Players.
All righty. That's good. What else you got for us?
Oh, we always have stuff,
Oh,
buddy.
yeah.
We come prepared, and we're gonna try to get this in before 1 hour, right? So we can play it later.
No, yeah. Well, that's a game plan. 45 minutes. I don't on this particular
No,
broadcast.
but if we can just hear me out, if we can get this shut off before the 60,
Yep.
I don't have to edit it, and I
Okay.
can play it again tonight in the
Oh,
wee
oh,
hours of the morning.
gotcha. Okay, go ahead. Carry on.
So what you can do with Restream, so you know in the future, is you can have, if you have the plan I have, as long as there's 60 minutes or less, I can do 10 slots. So 10 hours of programming are running throughout the night,
Oh,
one after another.
okay.
So I can do all of our football shows.
And
I can do,
you just put them in there. You're asleep and they're running.
they're running.
Oh, wow, you got a regular studio or a TV station.
We are
Sports.
running reruns at night.
There we go.
So we should start advertising. Fireman Rich in the wee hours of the morning. Check us out on reruns. Better than Seinfeld. Don't waste your time.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. The level we've gotten to. Let's see. We got Big Juice. Yeah, put me on before Jerry Springer. Okay.
So if you look here, this is the first time since 2018
Right.
that both Los Angeles
Yeah.
teams made the playoffs.
Yeah. They're coaching there. Those two coaches are top tier coaches and stuff. And I'm just surprised with the Chargers that the influence that coach has had. And who is this? This is I know this guy.
Carson
Carson
Wentz.
Wentz. Okay.
Yeah.
Starting.
How do you think he's going to do?
He might be able to hold his own. I think. I don't know.
I think he will.
Yeah.
I think he will. I think he'll do okay.
Yeah.
Who are they playing again? I can't remember.
Who's that? Let's see. Who's he
We
playing?
got to get we got to get those picks. We got to get those.
We got to do the picks. What team is he on now?
Kansas City, buddy. We're talking Wentz.
Right. Okay. I'm thinking. Wasn't he with Dallas?
He might have been.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Kansas.
thought he was with Philly at one time.
Oh, that's right. Philly. That's right. Kansas City is playing this week. Who are they playing? The Broncos in
Okay.
Denver. So
Oh,
that's
that won't be an easy game.
yeah. I'm gonna probably be picking the Broncos. So I don't know if you want to go to the picks, sir, Michael. We can go ahead and.
I'd rather do them off air because we're getting close to.
Okay, we'll do it off air. Okay, that's
Yeah.
better. Okay,
Is that
we can do them
cool?
off air. Yeah, we can do them off air.
Now,
So,
this is a team that I think you're aware of,
oh yeah,
the
I've
Bills,
been by that construction site there up at Buffalo.
and they wish you the happiest 2025 and said that you may be a little biased.
Well,
And this may be stirring some of the hatred you have towards other New York teams.
I don't have any hatred towards other. I just want them to perform. But if they can't perform, you got to deal with reality. I'm not going to be fantasy. What's this? Someone.
This is something I made on Grok. So
What's that boom in the background with them playing?
what's that boom? Okay, so we can get rid of that. Okay, we're done.
Okay, so we're coming up on.
Did you like that?
That was good. That was good. It was good presentation. Good
Yeah.
presentation.
We
It's
try for you.
Yeah.
We don't always succeed, but we try.
Well, I can be accommodating too and stuff like that. So there we have, as far as Michael's presentation there. And
So what is the first game? Do you have it in front of you?
yeah, I have the game.
Once we get to 59, let's just stop.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, wherever we are in it.
I'm going to just go a couple more minutes and then we're going to go with the outro at 55 and stuff because I really don't have much more other than I could present a couple slides. But this week for week 18, we have the Browns and Ravens on Saturday, 4:30. And then I think that's going to be a good game. Hopefully, I don't know. I'll be interested in the Browns or also be another lopsided game. The 8 o'clock game Saturday night, Bengals and Steelers. That's going to be a good one. I think because you got two.
Ooh,
Yeah, you got two.
I would want to bet on that one.
I'm going to probably end up. I'm going to probably go with the Bengals on that game, right there. And then going into Sunday, we have Panthers.
They need it more. They need it more. See where
Bengals,
the Steelers are already in.
yeah, they're already in. Bengals need it just to say, hey, to get ready for next year. They're thinking about next year. Panther Sunday, the 1 o'clock game starting with Panthers and Falcons. Falcons should win that, but Panthers could upset them, I think. Then Texans and Titans.
That's Michael Penix Jr., right? So
Yeah,
they might do okay.
yeah. Texans and Titans. I don't think there's nothing special that game. Are the Texans in the playoffs? No,
They
they're
sure
not.
are. They won their division.
Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay,
They were in the weakest
yeah.
division and
And,
they won.
and I don't think they're gonna. I think Houston is going to be one of those teams. Michael is not going to really go that deep into the playoffs.
No, because they're not the same
Right.
team they were last year.
Exactly. Yeah. Then we have New York against the Eagles. Eagles will fly over the Giants and just drop their bird droppings on them.
They may not though, and here's the reason why. They're not letting their key players play. So it might be like watching preseason game. It's going to be all
That's
second and
true.
third string.
That's a good point. They would if they're pulling out Philly pulls their regulars. That's going to be a whole different dynamic.
They want to make sure their guys are fresh.
Yeah. Then we have the Jaguars and Colts. Jaguars, I don't know. The Colts are sort of funky as far as that goes. So I could see the Jags.
Both of those teams were eliminated, right? There's no wild card there. No.
So they're just playing for the win. Then you got the Commanders and Cowboys. I can see the Commanders winning that game. Cowboys are not. This is in Dallas too, so I could be.
Commanders are already in, so they may not play all their players.
Good point. There's a good point there. Then you got the Bears and Packers. Packers. Are the Packers?
The Packers will probably want to win that game because they're not situated perfectly. Could they be eliminated?
No, Packers. They clinched the wild card. Packers.
Okay.
They're on the wild card, so
Okay.
they might.
Bears are done. Bears have no.
They're
done.
They've been eliminated. So
Yeah,
that's
so it's just for pride.
Right, and then we have the game of games there. The Buccaneers with Evans trying to get his yardage against the Saints. That'll be something to watch there.
That should be pretty straightforward.
Right,
that one.
Right. And then the romp up in New England where the Bills are going to be trouncing the Patriots again. But then again, they could be sitting. I think this will be a game they might be. They've got.
They should sit. They should sit.
Yeah. So you're bringing up a good point there. So I'm getting on board that they're going to.
I hope they don't play.
We'll see.
No, well, he needs to rest.
Yeah, I could see him resting. I could legitimately.
His hands are not great. You know that, right?
Yeah. Well, they could be better. So I can see them resting, which I would have no problem. I think Bill fans would not. It's against the Patriots. They still have a solid team with their backup. Chargers and Raiders. Chargers. I don't know. The Raiders.
They'll play everybody.
Yeah, they'll play everybody.
They will. I'd be shocked. And
then
if they give the quarterback a rest, that might be. But
right.
That'll be neat to look into. We're at that time, buddy. Do you want to wrap her up?
And just finishing the game: 49ers and Cardinals, Chiefs and Broncos, Seahawks and Rams, Dolphins and Jets, and Vikings and Lions. Which that'll be a good.
That'll be good.
But
they won't be playing their key players. They won't be.
Exactly. All right, folks, we're going to go ahead. We're up on our 1 hour mark, and I'm Rich. Michael, where can we find you?
You can find me anywhere you find Shout MGB. Set your mind free, far beyond the worries of today. Soon to be on late night with yours truly, right there, Fireman Rich. If you miss him in the wee hours of the morning, check him out tonight.
The Shout MGB channel there and stuff.
That's
I'm
right.
Rich Roberts at Fireman Rich over there on X, my mainstay for social media platforms. I want to say thank you, Captain Rehab, Jacob, Tony D was in there. Big Juice was in the comments. Thank you very much. You all have a great one. Enjoy the games this weekend and Happy New Year, folks. The Rich Roberts is out.
Peace.
And we got outro music. just hit end stream?
Just end. Leave. Hit the leave on the top right.
Top right? I just have end stream.
End stream. Hit it.
Okay, later, folks.